Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming to class. Today we are going to work on core and in particular rotation, right? Rotation of the spine or twisting, but not in the traditional sense of twisting. Um, so hopefully you will enjoy and um, and see how important it is to learn to feel this movement, right? As we twist kind of from side to side, or as we work with the side body, the oblique muscles, but really that deep core, both in the front of the body and in the back of the body. So with that, come on down to your backs, because as most of you know, if I'm going to work core, sometimes I'll try to get some of the stuff out of the way right at the beginning. So find yourself on your back, and no, you can't sit this part out. So leave your feet on the floor. And maybe just kind of snuggle your sacrum, right? Your pelvis, the back part of the pelvis down to the floor. And notice the spine and the curves of the spine. Notice how that feels. There should be a little bit of space or some space behind the neck without lifting the chin. There should be a tiny space behind your lower back. And then feeling both backs of the shoulders or the shoulder blades on the floor. Your hands can either rest down at your sides or on your low belly, and take a deep breath in and exhale it out. Good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Good. 3 more, just like that. And exhale. And in. And out. Good. Just one more right here. And exhale it. Take both arms and bring them out to cactus pose, right? So the elbows pretty much right out from the shoulders and the hands out from the elbows themselves. And feel what that does just in general, right? As we start to move the arms, the shoulder blades draw down the back. Try not to overreach the lower ribs. So if you feel like you're really starting to arch, just soften it, but don't flatten the back. The head is nice and level. Remember that all the way through. And then inhale right here. Exhale, bring the elbows and the hands together. So just a little chest work here. So inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Good. 5 more. And breathe. Open. Exhale. Try to keep the elbows right across the center of the chest. Breathe. Last one right here. Squeeze it together and open it up. And then take both arms straight overhead. The elbows are soft. The palms are face up. And simply, you're going to take your right hand, lift your left knee, and just tap. Okay. And then release and tap. Good. You're switching sides. Easy, easy stuff here. Notice the back, right? Try to keep the neutral spine, not a flat back, but a neutral spine. Good. And breathe. Couple more right here. Just simple core work. Good. And last one, and release. Good. Keep that sacrum on the floor. Lift your feet off the floor. And notice how that feels. Good. Bring the knees together. Take the arms to cactus. Bring the elbows together. Good. When you inhale, the feet stay together, the knees separate and the elbows separate. So it's this funky little, I don't even know what this is, but so working with the inner thighs, but also with the arms and chest. Good. So exhale, squeeze it together. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Try to keep the knees away from the chest so that we are working with the core. Good. And open. Squeeze them together. Open. Don't forget to breathe. Squeeze. Open. One more right here. Just one more. Squeeze it in. Let the arms go. Let the feet go. Whew. And take your hands underneath your head. We're going to do this two different ways. So you have your hands very softly interlaced, but you're going to leave your upper body down on the floor and you're going to draw the elbows toward the floor. So not everybody can go with flat elbows here, so don't force it, but just let the elbows be nice and heavy to the floor. Take the knees to 90 degrees, the legs to 90 degrees. Find that nice sweet line on your sacrum and feel the knees move far enough away so that your core is engaged. So we're going to tap our toes down one at a time, tap and tap. Whew, good. And breathe. So simple here again, nice and easy. Go slower than you want to so that you get that work and you're not just using momentum. Good. Last two right here. So again, nice and easy there. If that was enough for you, you're going to stay right there. Otherwise, you're going to lift your head, neck, chest. I don't want you to pull on your head. Let the head be heavy in the hands. The elbows are out to the side. Hold in through your belly and tap. Here we go again. So breathe. The further away you tap, the more the core work. Breathe, try to lift that upper body, find your breath. That's it. Last two right here. And release, just draw the knees to your chest. We have one more set right here. So you got three choices now. One, you're gonna be here, upper body's on the floor, the knees are moved away, you're just tapping easy. Two, you're gonna lift that head and tap. Three, we're going to do two taps, one on each side, and then two leg extensions, holding that upper chest up. Remember to not pull on your neck. So here we go. So you're going to tap, tap, extend one leg, extend the other leg back to the beginning. Tap, tap, extend, extend, tap, and tap, extend, extend, lift up, and two, extend, and two, and tap, and extend. Woo, got two more. Taps, extend, and tap, and extend. Woo, and release it all the way. Turn your head side to side. I know those necks can get cranky. Whew. And then take your arms back to cactus arms, press those arms in, and I want you to keep the knees together and tilt the knees to the right. So tilting means we're not going to go all the way. We're going to see if we can find a little side body work here by breathing and extending, and holding. Good. Press down through the opposite elbow so that we stay nice and neutral. Good. Maybe you can go just a little lower. Really don't want you to push this one though, so just be gentle and take it back to the center. When you're ready, go to the other side. So we're going to tilt to that side. We're resting on that hip. We're using our core to suspend those legs. Breathe. Try to hold and center. We have one more, both sides. We're going to start over on the right. We're going to squeeze those knees together. We're going to keep the knees roughly about the line of your hips. And if you want, extend the left leg only. Keep the right leg bent. The knees are squeezing together. We're adding a little bit of extra weight here by extending that leg out. And bend the knee, come to center, go to the left. I'm going to run into a wall here, I think. Press, the knees are to the left, the right side presses down. Only if you want to extend out through that right leg and breathe. Good, release, come back to center. Cross your ankles, roll yourself up, and come on up to a seat. Ooh, good. So that wasn't too bad, right? So far, so good. Take the elbows to cactus pose. And as you exhale, bring the elbows, the hands together. We did this on the floor. Open. And when you open, I want you to see if you can draw the shoulders, right? It's that rotation back into the back body. So we're not hunching forward. Good. Bring it forward. Open. And 3 and 4 and 5. Leave them open and twist everything to the left. Feel what that feels like in your waist. And then bring your right hand down to your left knee and bring your left hand back behind you. So seated twist here. Lift up through the spine. Notice if you're kind of dumping into the lower back and rounding or flattening it, and see if you can find that. Good. Bring the left arm back to cactus. Bring the left arm back to cactus. You're still in a twist. And come center. Other side. So we're twisting to the right. I'm mirroring here. And we're going to feel the twisting muscles of our core. The internal, external obliques work with each other to allow this twist, this rotation in our spines or in our core. So one hand down to knee, the other one behind, the shoulders draw down. We feel this gorgeous twist from the center of our bodies. Breathe. And then take that left arm back to cactus. Take the right arm back to cactus. Hold your twist and come back to center. Release that and let it go. Take both hands behind your head. I'm not even interlacing. I think my fingers are just barely touching. The elbows are out to the side. I want you to be mindful here as we twist or as we side bend to one side. If that is too much, one hand is to the floor, the other elbow comes up. Again, don't go too far. Don't go, oh, I wonder how far I can go. And then we have no integrity, right? In this pose, we have no stability, really is the better word. Center, breathe, and center, and breathe. You got it, everybody. One more, both sides. Hang in there. Squeeze and center. Last one. Whew. And center and let go. Whew. Good. Roll that out. Come to your side. Now, if you don't have a nice cushy something, I would definitely take a blanket underneath that bottom hip. So we're laying on our side. We've got our knees bent. They're not 90. They're not up here. They're more like a 45-degree angle. And then elbow to shoulder, either you're at a soft fist on the pinky side or your hand is down flat. And then just feel this nice, sweet lift up of those lower ribs. The top hand comes down. We're going to do 3 sets here of different variations. So pace yourselves. The elbow goes up, the head goes back into the hand. The first one, the easiest one, is to take that elbow down toward the hand, toward the arm, and then lift back up. And again, it is not momentum. So feel the twist, feel the rotation in the spine, And notice, right? How's that feeling in my body? Exhale and up. Good. Breathe. Two more. Squeeze down. You don't have to go that low. And down and release. Good. If you need or want to come off elbow and off hip for a second, come on up. So there was a fascinating article about how important our rotational muscles are for our overall core health. And so hence where this is part of where this is coming from. So choice one, we're right here. Okay, we're doing sets of 8. Choice 2, both knees are down. We're gonna lift that hip off the floor and squeeze. You can feel those muscles right there. Hand behind the head. Here we go for 8. And up, down for 2, and 3, and 4. Watch the shoulder, the one that's bearing the weight. Good. 6, and 7. Woo! 8, and lower down. Just sit up for a second, take the weight off. Excuse me. And breathe. And again, I like to kind of shrug the shoulder just to soften up that upper trap muscle. Deep breath. We got one more set on this side. You're coming back down, same position. Feel, just kind of notice what works for you. And what I didn't talk about is sometimes the angle of the arm makes a difference, and it's so different for everybody. For some, it's this more straight 90. For some, it's more of a diagonal, which works better for me. For some, it's almost straightforward, but I don't see that variation very often. So here we are again, choices. You're down both hips. You're lifting the hips, right? Third choice, you're here. You're gonna come down, and when you come up, you're lifting the top leg. So lower the leg and lift the leg. Whew. 3, and up. 4, whew, up. 5, squeeze. 6, and 7, and 8. Whoo! Lower down and push up. And I know that was so much fun. You can't wait to do the other side. Good. But while you're here, just shake out that shoulder. Just kind of roll it out. Good. And switch sides, everybody. Elbow down. Whew. And it's this thing, right? You don't want to sink here and allow that shoulder joint to roll forward. So the shoulder rolls back. I press in, I lift out. Both knees are bent. Hand behind your head. Here we go. 8, 7. Good. Breathe. 6. Now you know what we're doing. 5. Feel that. 4, and 3, and 2. Squeeze. And 1. Whew, good. Just take a second. Just step up on that hand. Get off that side hip. Maybe scrunch your shoulder. And back down we go. Choice 1, you know what to do. Choice 2, oh, gotta get those hips up off the floor. Feel those obliques working. Hand behind your head. Here we go. So down, up, and 2. And 3. Keep the neck long. 4, 5, whoo, 6, almost there. 7, and 8. Up we go. Release, push up. Watch the shoulder, right? Can create some tension there. Maybe slacken that off, or just kind of shrug a couple of times. All right, last set. I know I'm getting through this set a little quicker, right? I want to get it over with, just like you, I'm sure. All right, so you're nice and solid. You're lifting your choice down, hips up, or when you bring that elbow down, when you lift, the leg goes with it. Whew. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, woo, 10, and 8. Whoo, good. Lower down, everybody. Sit on up. Relax, release, roll that shoulder. For my lovely gal out there who hasn't been in class for a little bit, I'm sorry about all this. Whew, good. And then take both hands behind, interlace, press the hands down to the floor. Open the chest, open the shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other. That should feel pretty good. Good. And release, shake that out. Let's come on up, everybody. Table pose to start. So you're going to find that move happening a lot. So plant your hands, your knees maybe a little bit wider. Stay on the left hand. Take the right arm to cactus. When you come down, you're just going to go to the opposite elbow and back up. That's it. And just squeeze it up. So again, think about the center line rotation and breathe. Good. The next time, we're going to straighten the arm up and all the way under, but not stay. So lift up. Just 2 more. And breathe. Good. Last one. Up and under. Hand comes to the floor. Not so bad. Scoot over just a little so I've got some room here. The left arm goes to cactus and you're dropping it down and lifting up. Good. Take it down. Squeeze it up. 3. Last one. 4. Good. This time we're going to straight arm. Take it up. And is fake eye of the needle. And up. Take it under. Up. And under. Good. Last one. Up. And under. Release. Your hands come back to your mat. Walk both hands forward into the right edge of your mat as you press your hips back, stretching through that whole left side. Big deep breath, everyone. Press up. Walk the hands back to your center. Go to the other side. Hands to the left. Hips back and toward the right. Find your stretch. Breathe. Come back to center. Plant those hands. Flip your toes under, downward facing dog. Once you're in down dog, let's walk it out. Stretch through the backs of the feet. Watch those hands, watch those arms, shoulders, everything working for your pose. Good, big deep breath. Inhale to your tippy toes. Exhale to plank. Whew. I know, right? Plank pose. Everybody come on down to your knees, but keep a half plank. Keep a half plank and breathe. So you're going to lift one hand and tap your opposite shoulder and then down. And this is controlled, right? You're not swinging too much. You're purposefully planting the hands and tapping your opposite shoulder. Good. Just one more, both sides. One more. And breathe. And then come to plank. Whew. And find that and fire up the legs. Now, your choice. 1, come back to the knees for 8 of those taps, or off the knees for 8 taps. 1, slow. 2, 3, upper body. 4, 5, whew, 6, I know. 7, whew. And down dog, everybody. Whew. Take those feet nice and wide on your mat. Stretch out through those arms. Whew. Breathe. And then walk those hands very much on purpose back to your feet. Bend your knees, press the knees out. Hands come to knees. Come on up. And go, oh, I'm so strong. Right? Whew, good. Just shake those babies out. It is challenging to do upper body work. It's important, right? I love squats. I'll do squats all day long, but we can't forget about the upper body. We want to be able to keep doing this kind of stuff in our lives. All right, so speaking of squats, we're going to just come down. Again, watch the knees, watch the hips. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale your hands to your heart. And then if you can, bring your elbows to your knees. I'll turn sideways here. Just bring your elbows to your knees. Once you're here, and certain ones of you I'm thinking about right now, watch this area, right? Lengthen through the tailbone. Don't let the low back overarch. Squeeze the belly in and breathe. Good. I want you to keep your hands together. Just lift your elbows and then tap them back to your knees. Lift. It's like 2-3 inches. Lift. It's core. It's legs. 4, 5, 6. I know. 7, 8, and stand all the way up. And breathe. Those hands stay together. They can either be in prayer or in this little kind of soft fist. You're going to reach them up to the ceiling. Exhale, come on down, elbows tap. Squeeze up, tap down. Good, squeeze up. And tap. 4, slow, up for 5, and 6. We got 2 left. And 7, woo, and 8. And release that. Shake it out, everybody. Ooh, yeah. Good. Grab one of your blocks. Take that block between your legs. If you don't have a block, don't worry about it. Don't need it. Just helps to keep the legs active. As we squeeze that block, the arms come out to cactus. Squeeze them in. Open them up. Squeeze. And 3. And 4. And 5. 6, squeeze. 7. And 8, let go. Shake that out. One more, just easy here, right? Squeezing that block. You're back to cactus pose. I want you to bring both arms to center. Keep your, I'll mirror here, keep your right arm where it is. Open the left. 1, and then reach it across. 2, 3, just 4. 4, and tap. Start back to neutral. Open. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Whew, and shake that out. Remove your block. Take a wide stance. You can tell I got this list kind of in my head of where I want to go, and want to make sure I have the time for it. So go wide on your mat, everybody. Come into a goddess squat, sumo wrestler squat, if you need the more masculine version of that, right? So we're down in the squat. We're sitting back in the heels. You don't have to go super low. You just don't, right? So just notice how you feel here. Take the arms up. Exhale, elbows down to side body. And up. You can, when you come here, you can go here, straighten the legs. It's all up to you today. Breathe. And 4. Good. 5. 6. Squeeze it down. 7. Last one. 8. And stand up. Good. Let those arms drop. Roll your shoulders. Find your breath. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, goddess pose. Good, listen up. You're gonna drop one elbow, extend the other side. Come back to neutral, elbow and out, neutral. I don't want you to swing through that, right? I want you to pause through that. I know, I feel my legs too. So you're not alone. Breathe. Think about it. Side body work. Here we go. Whew. Last one. And stand up. Whew. Roll that out. Just pat your cute little legs. Let them know they're appreciated, right, for all this work. One more set here. Whew. Find your breath. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, goddess pose. Whew. Find your breath here. Go to cactus arms. Good. I want you to rotate to the side. Watch the knees, right? Because they're going to want to drop in. So press the knees out. Rotate to one side. Just easy little twist here. Back to center, rotation, and down. Center, rotation, hands down. Center, rotation, and down. Good. Hold here. Rotate, but hold. Take your backhand. So if I'm mirroring, I'm rotated to the right. I'm taking the right hand behind my back. And breathe. Come back to center. Shift to the other side. Oops. One hand goes around your back, the other one rotating. And center. And stand up. Oh, yeah. Good. Heel toe in, everybody. Shake all that out. I know. And I've been working my legs a lot, so I especially know. We can do it, though. We can do it, right? All right. Grab your blocks, everybody. Find mountain pose. Find your breath. Just easy, simple. Find your breath. Feel the chest lift, the tailbone drops, the shoulders move to your side body, right? No rounding here in our yoga class. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, take it down, forward fold, go easy, soften your knees. Step back with your right leg. Grab your blocks and pause here in just an easy lunge. Your front knee is bent, your back leg is active, or your back knee is on the floor, okay? And just notice that. How does this pose feel for you? You're going to keep, if your left foot's forward, you're going to keep your right hand on your block. Your left hand is going to come behind your cute little head, and you're going to come into a twist instead of the arm extended down to your elbow. Here's the tricky part. Fire up your knees, take your elbow to the outside knee, and then bring it up again. Go slow. Fire the back leg. And 2. We're just doing 5. And 3. And 4. And 5. Beautiful. Hand down. Find your breath. Push off your back leg. Step forward. Bend your knees. And come on up, everybody. Exhale your hands to your heart. Say a prayer of gratitude that we are alive and moving our bodies and using our breath. It is a good thing. All right, second side, take it up. Exhale, take it down. You go right to your blocks. Soften your knees. Step back with your left leg. Find your good solid lunge. Remember your back leg, your knee can be down. Your left hand stays on your block. Your right arm goes around back behind your head. Here we go. We're open and drop it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release, step forward. Bend the knees. Come on up, everyone. Exhale, hands to heart. Let those hands drop. Just move those shoulders forward, back. Shake it all out. And then inhale, reach up again. Exhale, take it down. Soften the knee, step back, right leg. Make sure your pose is wide enough, everyone. Breathe. Take your hands to your knee. Come up to, take the torso up, right? So you're up a little bit higher. Again, your back knee can be on the floor. Whoop. If it is not on the floor, make sure your glute and the back of your thigh are reaching up toward the ceiling. Inhale, take the arms up, and then take them forward in front of you. And it's like you're going to do a push-pull. So you're going to pull your right hand back while your left hand reaches. And then switch and switch. 3, 4, 5, and release. And down, inhale, up. I wanted to explain something. That's why I kind of hesitated there for a second. So just release your pose. You can step forward again. There's a huge difference between doing this, right? Nothing happening in these arms. I'm just flinging them. I'm exaggerating, but you know what I mean. Versus you're here and on purpose. Like I feel this happening in our body. So again, that rotational force through as we do this movement. Okay, so I didn't explain that as clearly, and then when I was doing it, I'm like, oh, this could really not be a good thing because we're not focusing. All right, so inhale, reach up. Exhale, take it down. Step back with your left leg. Make sure you've got a good solid lunge here. Take the hands up. Woo! And breathe. Back knee can be on the floor. Take the arms forward. Pull the shoulders back. Now you know where I'm heading with these rotational muscles. So pull and pull and pull. Yeah, right? So changes the whole thing when you think, oh, that's what she's doing. Now I understand. And last one. Good. And release and step forward. And just shake it out, everybody. Just take a little walk. Just shake, shake, shake. And breathe. And then come on back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take it down. Step back with your right foot, but this time come into a warrior two stance. So the back foot drops. We keep the inner arch of that back foot lifted, right? The front knee is bent. We take our hands to our front knee and come on up, warrior two. Easy peasy, no big deal. This time, back hand reaches forward. Think of rotation, and it pulls back. And reach and pull. Good. Reach and pull. You should feel all this working. And pull. One more right here. Reach and pull. Listen up. You're going to reach. Turn the back foot forward. Take the left hand, pull it back. This is harder. It's balance. Good. Bring the left hand forward. Pull it back. Reach the left hand forward. Pull back. We got two left. Back. Forward. Pull it back. Whew. And forward. And just release. Come on out. Shake it out. Right? So we're ready. We're like, we could do the twist. Do the twist. Although that would be more hips and less of this. All right, here we are. Let's just go to the other side. I don't need my blocks for that. Inhale and reach up. Exhale, come on down, everybody. Step back with your left leg. Drop that left foot to the side position. Right hand to your knee. Come on up again. Excuse me. Simple, easy, warrior one or warrior two. Notice your pose. Back arm reaches forward. So here we have rotation, and then we pull it back. There's your other rotation. And breathe, forward and out. Good, forward, pull, pull, pull. And 4, one more. And pull. Yeah, good job, everybody. So both hands come forward. You got to pivot on the back foot. Both hands are forward. Make sure your stance is wide enough, and then pull back with the right hand. Whoo! And forward. And pull back. Forward. Pull. Forward. This is 4. We got one left. Forward and pull and release. And step forward, shake it out. Woo, right? So you feeling that? And for my friend out there who's traveling tomorrow, don't overdo it. I don't want you to be sore on the plane. So, all right. So here we are, everybody. Mountain pose. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, take it down. Soften the knees and step back to downward facing dog. Down dog, everyone. Pedal out your feet. Find your breath. 1, you're here. 2, be mindful. Shoulder issues, be super mindful. You're going to plant your hands. You're going to take your right hand, tap your left leg. And then release. Switch, tap, switch. We're only doing 3. Tap, switch, tap, switch, tap, switch. Last one. Tap, switch, plank pose. Breathe, only 3, optional. Tap and down. Tap, 2, tap, 3. Last set. Tap, down, tap, down, and then knees down. Child's pose, everyone. Please don't extend the arms. Either the hands come back or they go under head. I want the shoulders to fully relax. Just find your breath. Here we are. Breathe. All right, good job, everyone. Let's come on up one more time. So find table pose. Think about your shoulder strength. Think about the latissimus muscles, right, which are back here. They're, if you see a bodybuilder and they got that big V shape, those are the lats, right? So downward facing dog. Feel your pose. Just breathe. Excuse me, lengthen through the hamstrings. Take your feet wide and walk your hands back. Bend the knees, take your hands to knees. Come on up, everybody. And roll that out. Grab both of your blocks. Excuse me. Good. So go ahead and come into a forward fold. Your blocks are up nice and high. And let's step back with our right leg. Not a super long step back. The foot is pointed mostly forward. So it's kind of like pyramid pose, right? We're going to lengthen through our spine and feel the stretch of the hamstring probably in this front leg. We're going to try to ground the back heel, level out the hips as we lengthen the torso forward. And just breathe here. We're going to take, it's your left foot's forward. We're going to take the right hand block and move it just forward of our left foot. In fact, I might come down one level just so it's a little more stable. So the corner of my block is right at the corner of my big toe. And I'm thinking about, well, what can I do with this? This is reverse triangle pose, which I find super tricky on a good day. So before I do anything else, I've got both hands hanging out on blocks. I'm going to squeeze my inner thigh, right? The inner thighs work together. The heels of both feet are planted. And then I'm just going to see if I can take my left hand to my left hip. If I'm still good there, I'm going to raise that left hip, or sorry, raise the left shoulder and breathe. Still good. I'm going to take that hand behind my head and see if I can get that elbow up toward the ceiling. Still good. I'm going to extend up. So this is again a variation of reverse triangle. Breathe and release. So what's the variation? You're going, well, what's the variation? So not only do we have that block on the inside of the foot, but we have it forward a little bit so that we have more length through that side body in order to raise the other side. The pose itself takes the block or your hand to the outside of your foot for the same thing. Whew, I find that really tricky, but you're welcome to give that a try if you'd like. And release. I don't know why. It's like that little bit of distance from inside to outside um, really, I don't know, throws my balance off. So I would rather be stable than in the full pose for me. So that's why I stay inside the foot most of the time. All right, here we are, darlings. Same thing, other side. We're stepping back with the left foot. We're not going to overstep right now the hands. By that, I mean don't go super long. Reverse triangle, usually a little shorter stance than what would be your lunge. The hips are level. The torso is nice and long. Let's soften those shoulders a little bit. And I'm just going to hang out for a moment and say, hey, hamstrings, are you ready? Are you ready for this pose? And then take your left hand block and just let it come a little forward, right? And to the inside line of your right foot. And breathe. And then see how it feels to take the right hand to your hip. Maybe that's where you hang out. I can see my legs wobbling all over the place. So I'm going to pull this right hip back and I'm going to look that way and say, all right, so far so good. Maybe the hand goes to shoulder or goes to the back of the head and we find our breath and then maybe it extends up and we breathe and release. Whew. If again you want to try that outside, the hand to the outside, and breathe and release. Good. Bend your front knee. Step forward, everyone. And take it on up. Shake, shake, shake. We have one more here, just the standing, and then we're coming down to the floor. Time is ticking, right? Good. So here we are again. This time we're coming into chair pose with the knees touching. The knees touching. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, come on down. Keep the hands close. I want you to take right elbow to left knee, come into a twist and breathe. Here's the funky, funky spot. You're going to just see if you can lift your right foot off the floor. So again, rotational muscles, core muscles, leg muscles, and release, come to center and lift up. Whew. Shake it out and breathe. Inhale, let's do the other side. Exhale, come on down. Whew. first find the squat, right? The variation again of chair pose. The hands stay close. One, you can stay here. Two, you take the elbow to the opposite knee. Squeeze the knees together. Lift the left foot if you can. Balance work. And release. And stand up. Shake it out. And let's come to the floor. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, take it down. I think I even sounded way too happy for that one, right? Step back to downward facing dog. Like, woo, Red, happy to have that over with. Plank pose, everyone. Lower the knees, lower down, and come on onto your belly. Like, that sounded like, oh, she's glad to have that done. All right, just shake it out. It's all good. And just breathe for a second and just allow the front body to settle and reveal kind of the back body, right? Because we don't spend a lot of time on our bellies. And I find that interesting, right? We're way more on our backs, sometimes on our sides, but not very often on our bellies. So from here, I want you to really lengthen your tailbone. In fact, you can take those feet a little bit wider to ease up anything going on with the low back. And then you're going to take your forehead down. You can use your left hand to cushion your forehead. Take the right hand to cactus pose, the right arm. And then just lift it and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach the same arm forward. The palm is face down. And squeeze the elbow down to your side and then extend up. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Release. Switch sides, everyone. Left arm goes to cactus. You're going to lift it so it's pretty level with the shoulder and then pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend it past your head. Squeeze it to your side. 2, 3, and 4, 5, and release. Both hands are stacked, one on top of the other. Your forehead is on your hands. It stays on your hands and you lift up. And then extend out both arms, squeeze both in. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5. And release. Maybe turn your head to one side. Find your breath, everyone. Good. Turn your head to the other side. Come back to center. Last set here, I think. Take both arms to cactus. Let your forehead come to the floor for just a second, just so you can kind of feel all of that. And then lift your head. You're still looking at your mat. Lift your shoulders so they're level, or your arms so they're level with your shoulders. Optionally, you're going to lift the legs too. If you feel your lower back starting to get real cranky, then take the legs back to the floor. You're going to take both arms forward, both elbows back. When you take the elbows back, try to lift up a little more. Good. Forward, squeeze back, forward, squeeze. 2 more, forward, squeeze. I feel like Superwoman. And squeeze, and then plant the hands down and see if you can lift up just a soft cobra pose. Soft, soft. And breathe. And lower, everybody. Good. Roll onto your side. And bend your knees. And either your arm is making a pillow or you grab your blanket and let that do the trick for you. Deep breath. You're going to take that top leg and extend it out. Whew. And if you just let it hang, I don't know about you, but I always feel a little stretch through here. So that might feel good, that might not feel good. If it doesn't, I would just take the toes down so you're not as low, okay? And then lift the leg so it's pretty level. So I'm not up high here. It's pretty level with the line of my hip. Gonna take the top arm and extend it overhead because maybe we just haven't had enough of side body work just yet. So elbow to knee, everybody. You're gonna squeeze it in and extend out. Squeeze and extend. Squeeze. The head stays down, squeeze down. You're on your side body, squeeze. And squeeze, good, just one more. And squeeze, extend out, lift up. So this is kind of weird because I'm not turning my toes up. You'll notice if you keep the toes to the side, you stay in the side body. If you take it here, there's not much. I mean, it's still working, but not as much. I'm back in the legs, okay? So you're extended out. You're gonna squeeze up and down. Squeeze side body. 3. Oh yeah, just 2 more. 4. And 5. That's a good thing. Good. Just turn yourself over or flip yourself over. Down you go. Right? We process so much through our bodies when we move our bodies, when we move our breath. We process all kinds of lovely emotions and physical stuff. I was reading an article about a 20-something-year-old teacher who had arthritis and started yoga, and the practice of yoga released so much of the pain and discomfort in her body. And like, yes. All right, straight leg, arm overhead. By the way, this leg nice and grounded. Stay on the side body, not leaning one way or the other. Let's do 10. I think it's 8 actually. Squeeze, but it's on purpose. Squeeze. Yeah. And 3. And 4. 5. Good. 3 more. And 6. And 7. You can even go past, right? 8. Extend. Keep the toes sideways. Lift up and down. 2. 3. 4. Just one more. And 5. Whew. And release. And breathe. And when you're ready, let's turn on to our backs. Whew. Bring the arms to cactus, but soft, soft. Like my hands are not straight out. My elbows might be a little higher. And just cactus, maybe lift the elbows and let the shoulder blades draw under. And the head is nice and neutral. And just pause here for a moment. Take the right hand, just let it come down to your side. Take the left arm overhead and toward the right. So your head's going to turn a little to the right, just stretching out that side body. Some of you can hold your ankle. I didn't realize that until just now, so it kind of feels good. You can hold your right ankle while your left side stretches. Good, release. Whew. Switch sides. The right arm goes up, the left arm goes down. You tilt over to that left a little bit. Relax your jaw. And center. Take the soles of the feet together and come into Baddha Konasana, legs, right? The knees fall out to the sides. If you would prefer to have blocks under your thighs, go ahead and do that. That will ease up this stretch. Make sure your low back is nice and long. I just lifted my hips and I tucked my tailbone and put it back down. I still have space behind my back, but I'm not overarched. And then the hands are going to come under the head in a very soft interlace, very soft. Lengthening the back of the neck. You've got, by the way, you know, this is my new favorite move. You've got your thumbs right there at the base of the neck and the skull. So you can take a moment here and just rub out through your neck. You can do this on an airplane, by the way. Probably most people wouldn't notice. Oh, and just rub all that tension out of your neck. You can do nice big circles with your thumbs, right? Just trying to get all that tension. This is where the upper traps attach, especially when we're working shoulders a lot. And release that, both arms overhead, soft elbows. Big breath in, big release out. And then bring those knees together, release the arms. Good, take the knees to your chest, everyone. Allow your knees to go over to the right. Again, block underneath your knees or between your knees. Perfect, right? No strain here. We've done a ton of this rotational work. The arms can go to cactus, but then if your knees are to the right, I want you to extend the left arm overhead and then just softly bend the elbow back down. So extend, it's like doing a little half of a snow angel here. We're just gonna see if we can release any other tension or stress in the chest or the shoulders. Good, breathe. And then take the same left arm over up toward the ceiling and slide it across. You're gonna come toward your forehead and reach it up and cactus arm out to the side. Good, just one more here, lift and reach across to the other arm. Back up, bend the elbow, take it to cactus. Find your twist. Release all of that, come back to center. You're back in cactus arms, bring your knees toward your chest. Allow the knees to go to the other side. And breathe. The right arm this time extends overhead and then it slides down toward your side. Relax your head, your neck, your jaw, and breathe. Good, this is 4, just one more. Exhaling, and then back to cactus. Take the right arm up to the ceiling, extend it out and across, and then bring it up and cactus arm back to the floor. Good, reach up, extend it out, reach it up, and back. Good. Pause here, everybody. Sweet little twist. And bring the knees back to center. Bring your torso back to center. And breathe. I know, I know, I know. Take both hands around those jaws and just give yourself a little relax through your jaw muscles, right? In front of the ear, around the jaw, underneath the jaw, right? And then bring your knees to your chest. Keep the right knee in, extend the left leg nice and long, just stretch, lots of work here. Switch sides. Switch again. This time, take the hands behind your right knee, reach the right leg up to the sky and point, and flex just a couple times here. We're finishing up. Circle the ankle one way and circle the other way. And then with those hands behind your knee or behind your thigh, really push the leg away so that the arms go really straight. And release knee to chest. Switch sides, bring the left knee in, take the hands behind, straighten the left leg, point and flex. And circle. And then press the leg away so the arms go straight. Bring your knee to your chest. Straighten that leg out. Let's find a well-deserved Shavasana, everyone. Legs straight, arms down, or resting on your belly, whatever feels good. The back of the neck nice and long, the shoulders evenly spread out across the width of your mat. And once again, we find our breath. By the way, if you are who I know you to be and you want a longer Shavasana, possibly you would mute your computer now so that you can stay as long as you'd like. But let go here, maybe smile. We know that life can bring us ups and downs physically, emotionally. So every day we just show up. We show up and we do our best and we take good care of ourselves. And we breathe through another day. Feel our bodies soften down. For those of you who are ready, start to move your body. Bend your knees, draw your knees to your chest. Rock a little bit side to side. And then maybe allow the knees to roll over to one side, curling all the way over to fetal pose. Pausing here for a moment. And then as you're ready, pressing all the way up. Finding your seat. Bringing your hands to your heart, bowing your head toward your own heart. Feeling all the goodness stirred up inside you, knowing that you're going to share that goodness out in the world. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the class.